Hello, my name is Anthony Wall. This is regarding the word sophistication, the word slash value sophistication. They're using Mr. Biden to pretend he's to use that word because they have it involved with racketeering that came right through his administrations before his, and it's right now involved with the Obama administration. For example, the branches individually grouped and together, criminally foreign influence states and areas. We have a whole bunch of houses that a Kerr family on Meadowgate recorded, confessed, and demonstrated is involved with this. This is Justice Department racketeering from Justice Department, Washington, D.C. And people from my school who went to my school who were involved with database racketeering, also verbal, that I don't even know the names of. And all exceptions that they are recorded criminally, having been criminally foreign used for criminal foreign influences to maintain them. They have a former director of the FBI, Robert Luskin, involved with them with sequence racketeering, with a Comey and a Mueller. They have people with the golf courses. They have uses of my extended family members, recorded everyone speaking to others criminally, and they exploit that because everyone wants to keep other people's mouths shut. And now that's courts recorded attaching little kids to fake locations, their families to fake locations, fake words. Now, these just the real sophistication shows they never had sophistication originally, and still we don't have free speech. So you guys are pretending to be fake sides of sophistication. You guys are involved with Justice Department racketeering that requires you to put people out of prison now. That's why you're hiding from me, and you guys are lying about my words. That's why you had the people on off with WFSB involved with the locations next to them, with houses in my area involved with racketeering with you guys. Pick one name in sequence too. The judges, the state's attorneys, they forge and switch names, and they switch sequences, and they even have an IO family involved with forging and switching, speaking things into Facebook so they can pretend to perceive things in the background. Facebook also switched radical English grammar to radical Islam. And one of the first time they put that one of the first times, or the first time they put that post out, where they take your work and they make a compilation about it and say, oh, you want to show this to your friends. In other words, we have an evidence racketeering method. We have criminally foreign influence branches of government with another method and nature of crime that kept them effectively originally, and still needed to hide sequence shifts, needed to hide finite, active, progressive lies, and identity racketeering lies with our colonizers, worse than our colonizers. This is this is an identity racketeering method. See how they have all people? They have a truth sophistication of what, like, oh well, yeah, well, this is the trend. People like this. This is what we're gonna say. You know what I'm saying? And you know that, so you're going to say opposite too. We have people saying things. This is a racketeering method where they say things into the record after they already said and communicated other. Then they're playing games with say it was said in communications. Now, this is also tied to how they have recorded, confessed, and demonstrated originally and still delusions, raw, and criminally foreign influence sizes individually, together, and progressed. The sciences have an identity of relationship to themselves the same way the cells of our bodies do, in demonstration of the identity of value progression that is attached to all others. Now, see, we have science that is not left free speech, and we have offensive evidence racketeering, and we have this method that is for. See, we have a Kerr family also recorded, confessed, and demonstrated with judges. They have people switch names and switch spellings of names so they can pretend the passions and emotions. It's not passions and emotions that are wrong; it's that everyone's lying about it. And then if you try to hurt their feelings, their cops, they're going to start a little crying. You know what I mean. In other words, they have to, these are racketeering natures. You have no credibility with the prosecutors, with the state's attorneys, right through administrations. They're worse than war crimes, and with other nations. But see the methods, and then we have all along Weathersfield Avenue recorded, confessed, and demonstrated involved with training of people, and with all those investigations, real or made up, they're involved with racketeering. Now we have places, people and families on and off the Weathersfield Police Department, where it is now and where it was before, further involved with further recorded, confessed, and demonstrated. There's Dr. Graham, recorded delusions, raw, racketeering with sex offenders, and one's tied to houses in my area. Also with racketeering, rolls with families right through the transition from ACA to RICO, right through administrations. These are people with a Phil Clo further involved. A Phil Clo is further involved with that with a Bob Chase recorded, confessed, and demonstrated. That's the he also pretended to know me. It's behind my back to my family. Pretend me to fake conversations, fake locations, fake natures of relationship to him. That kid knows he's my enemy. He's got two Mendes police involved with them, also with the child sex offenders. The principal sex offenders campus further than and further recorded. There's also a guy named Bean. I don't know who that is. Years ago, or if he was talking about it being on a dish and associated with a Spada family, who was also recorded, confessed, and demonstrated involved with this racketeering uses of databases and of AT&T clicks and in other words, people on and off the high school involved with drugs racketeering. And now these are people with a white family, like our Officer Chris White reported, confessed, and demonstrated. These are people that pretended to know me too. This is a Jen Socia, a Jim Socia with military. We have state police. We have now we have a Mr. Vance, a Paul Vance. I never had a conversation. He's recorded, confessed, and demonstrated racketeering with WFSB acts, racketeering acts. Now they're pretending they're trying to defend themselves. They stole me to fake locations, fake conversations with other fake people, fake ties to people. Now, so in other words, this is not. They're trying to pretend. Oh, you can't. In other words, too many natures of crime at once in intercity, and they're forging names, switching names with judges involved with child sex offenders, and with prosecutors that pretended they had conversations with me behind my back or knew me growing up, apparently. Because and a Rick Cian Faglione also recorded, confessed, and demonstrated. John Maiano also recorded, confessed, and demonstrated involved with a whole bunch of natures of racketeering with a whole bunch of people with positions at New Britain Superior Court and Hartford courts through time leading up to the Trade Center attack and in it with further predicate acts rolls after it too with the investigators of it, predicate acts associated with the racketeering there. They attached me to fake conversations about the Trade Center attack, about my father's cases. They're forging names, switching names. They have a Leahy family, a whole bunch of people tied to them with medical racketeering, forwarding the domestic in my area. Now they have DACA they used also for this. Now this racketeering that used DACA and uses these trade agreements is maintenance to what Joe Mr. Biden needs to keep playing stupid with the word sophistication for. Follow mandated law. See, they're preventing free speech, pretending to be for it. They need to get out of the government and be retrained on a mass scale because no, they're across the board of nations and of our own. They're sick. They don't have sophistication. And now they need to see the difference between sophistication as criminal and citizen's nature and criminal and citizen's nature not valuing areas, states, and areas overtly criminally foreign influence. When you look at Hartford, let alone New York City, when you look at suburbs, let alone cities, this is designed to be a theater, to stay a theater as criminal and citizen's nature, self-value. And this is also a theater that's exploited because you're not going to see and talk to people, and they're exploiting this. But I don't know if that was the girl, but one time when I was a little kid, we went to go make something, and some always feel like you did how the settlers did it. So one of those girls involved with that. So, but this is racketeering where they make confessions too. So they have little kids. In other words, they make confessions about their roles with overt criminal enterprises right through the kids, and and at the same time they're using crime methods where they're talking to. They know these young kids in this class. These are the same age as this person, but these groups are in this with this teacher. They're not going to speak, or when they do, those exceptions are already anticipating they're going to be exploited. And then, in other words, they're making people self-value illusions then they go on to make opinions per investigators ask them questions and things when things go bad, which they're going to stay. they attach everyone to fake words anyway. That's why we have to have them fix one name, the right one name in sequence. WFSB is recorded, confessed, and demonstrated with Hartford courts and with New Britain Superior Court, and with people on and off state judicial branches, offices, also with military, foreign, and domestic, stealing people's identities, human trafficking rules, preventing free speech by attaching people all these fake words, and they're forging names and switching names so I can't get a response because they're little cowards. Men and women that have no business to be thinking, let alone if as law. Get them out. Let's go, Mr. Biden. You guys, you can't have an election till you fix this. You're involved with your administration right through it. I was watching because you were using color too. You guys have used Barack Obama as a quote black guy. What did that stand for? We still have free speech and free science, not demonstrate. We have all fake punks with convictions formally and informally. In other words, they want to make all kinds of convictions about life, this, then, but not by you things they can't put on paper. That this is another racketeering method they have. They're criminally preventing anything in writing and putting falsified police reports, and then even in other words, then they say, "Oh, well, go here, and that's your in other words, just because you got arrested doesn't mean anything. We have those police departments, and we have them already involved with racketeering. So how could that? In other words, we have the statutes. They already have been ignoring and lying about and hiding exceptions to statutes, using them for their whatever they want. So they're already criminally foreign influenced originally and still. All we need recorded to reveal evolution's instant means right now is recorded. So we need to have the state police. We need WFSB, Fox Connecticut News. Better Connecticut is also recorded, confessed, and demonstrated involved with racketeering uses of houses next to the schools that have connections involved with the racketeering here. And this uses boys and girls distinctly and non distinctly because those little girls are going to try to perceive things. Oh, but that's the way we are as girls. No, they're using them for racketeering. You know, little punk games. I don't know her names. I don't know the one that with Trinity College pretend the ties to me. Now these are people that put me in a fake conversation, fake ties to Alicia's that are interstates, intercities, on and off CCSU involved with racketeering, on and off Trinity College involved with racketeering, with forging names, switching names too of deans, criminal uses of Facebook. Now, see, that's where they're bringing the private come. They're ducking between locations on the ground and within a database racketeering method that keeps that needed because it keeps the live aggressions going. Since before our founders were born, there were live progressions from all standing database type relation natures, forced individually grouped and together. Sick nations. Psychology is involved with all kinds of racketeering that people are self-valuing with their justice, with their physical delusions. They use conspiracy theories, for example, Russians and Americans involved with racketeering with the Obama administration. Racketeering uses of Hartford Hospital with the investigators of the Trade Center attack involved with racketeering with them, with the criminals and with the cover-ups of it, with this Leahy family. Now, these are doctors of psychology who pretended they had conversations with me after they did so with interbranch drug cliques, with also involved like a John Mayano, with male and female prosecutors involved with racketeering and identity thefts and hiding, preventing people to counter to them stacking fake things in databases and fake writing. Now, so we need a response, and you need to hurry up because they lie about you. You can't just call over the phone or over the mail because they're going to lie about that. That's also in conjunction with how they use Facebook criminally. They're victim predators, but they want to make everyone aside. Oh, we have the integrity to investigate. You haven't been integrity to investigate nothing. Get out. Wrong fake news, bro. What wrong fake news? I don't know. They are fake news. I don't know if you're saying my news is fake. See, this is what I'm talking about with the sophistication. People make overall allegations. Oh, that's right or wrong. And their premises are nonsense. Their premises are physical delusions. Mr. Biden, when you speak about sophistication, it's with physical delusions that are self-valued on a mass scale because of the nature of racketeering that was involved with your education. You're pseudo-educated. You're tactically, you came through self-valued, criminally foreign influence sciences. The same thing with all the leaders. Mr. Trump, please respond for your state police involved with your military. You have Justice Levinskas, MPO Floyd, also involved racketeering uses of Facebook and of databases, racketeering roles with the judges, forging names, switching names. These are also people racketeering roles with Newtown, Sandy Hook, doctors, and interbranch involved racketeering with their patients and criminals before they were there. Military too. These are also fire departments with child sex offenders with their families involved with other natures of racketeering then and now. So you guys are preventing a response. That's what I'm asking for. Then you tell people, oh, dude, you're so upset, man. What's right, man? These are people all tell you, like Thomas Potter, reported, confessed, and demonstrated, tied to a Mr. Potter from South Steam Middle School. I never had a conversation in my life. There's a Pandolf family and other people around Samuel Dick's house involved with racketeering, with military, and with they put fake sides of correlation nature. We have sick judges in courts originally. Still, you can't see that they have no integrity. They're not science when they pretend that is only capable of causing negative value nature progressions, acts in nature that people stacking in New York City that never had legal representation because we lost on many fronts in the American Revolution. In other words, it's a punk semantic. It's pseudo semantic. We have to discern pseudo semantics from rhetoric for the racketeering method that wants everyone to pretend they don't realize but how they're using um, sophistication. They want you to keep rationalizing your uses of sophistication. You guys are again not sophistication. Follow mandated law and let's go. Don't pretend to have you guys can have an election now. It's recorded. You can't follow the real news. CBS, let's go because WFSB is recorded, confessed, and demonstrated that you were involved with racketeering with states' attorneys and with overt criminal enterprises, also recorded with crime acts with you guys and were involved with this. And with military, you used to see the sick, fake punk military we have because of the way they're involved with the exploitations of the boys and girls, everyone speaking to other, and their sensibilities exploited like that. And with their roles and uses of the drug qualities and stuff like that, with the interbranch people involved with the racketeering acts against me in the news and in the cases with and against everyone, and they don't let you speak when you go into court. And if you, in other words, and so you just listen and you respect people, and you say yes or no things that they're going to lie about that, they're preventing writing. They're confessed and they make confessions too. These are confession uses of confessions by the branches of government and by all tied to them distinctly, and non-distinctly, in collusion with the church still left as a tool of them criminally foreign. That's why the church has confessions distinctly and non-distinctly, because what is distinctly and non-distinctly and onto all parts of and as space nature is complete, only complete, always connection. Vaccines. Just fix the fake news. WFSB attached me to fake locations with courts that don't allow writing. Now, these are also people recorded, confessed, and demonstrated with racketeering with a whole bunch of people on off the route from all along Church Street. And so they want to have, oh, let's debate this. Overall, they can't debate on paper. They can't debate. I have nothing to do with these people that they seek you out to make confessions. You don't know who they are. And complete strangers like a Joshua Julian, Joshua Stryker, Joshua Julian, try to strike. I never had a conversation in my life. Joshua Julian, I barely know what he looks like because of on Facebook. He's recorded, confessed, and demonstrated involved with the racketeering, with the child sex offenders, with my new and past neighbors, and with the already proven sex offenders' families involved with the racketeering, with the principal sex offender with them, and with this Phil Cololo again, with the doctors and patients of that guy when they were still forcing them not told on, and their delusions raw. You guys don't know that you guys are sick people. With they wanted to have me drugged too. and you know what do they use for evidence? Their own physical delusions and their own racketeering needs. Let's get a fucking response here. Get the fuck out if you can. That's obligated. That's worse than war crimes. You guys should not pretend to be about sophistication. Excuse my language. You guys have no sophistication, and that's the truth. You don't call the sophistication of a criminal sophistication.